The International Criminal Court has affirmed its jurisdiction in the case against former President Rodrigo Duterte, rejecting his appeal. Mobile Journal, Marimon Reyes has the report.
The appeal chamber by majority, as a conclusion, Judge Kibanese partially dissenting in the second round, has rejected all four grounds of the appeal. Following the vote of the entire assembly, the appeals chamber by majority confirms the appeal decision. The hearing is adjourned.
A breath of relief, but still just for the beginning of the race. Relatives of the Duterte administration's extrajudicial killings became emotional yesterday at a watch party in UP Diliman as the International Criminal Court's appeals chamber confirms jurisdiction over former President Rodrigo Duterte's case on a crime against humanity brought about by his supposed war on drugs. Duterte's appeals to the chamber were all rejected. Lack of jurisdiction, alleged absence of proper investigation prior to withdrawal, interpretation of Article 127 of the Rome Statute, and the alleged non-compliance with Articles 12 and 13. This now clears the way for possible trial of the former president as he will remain in the custody of the ICC. Nanette Castillo, whose son was killed in Tondo, and Jane Lee, whose husband, a jeepney driver, was shot in Caloocan by a riding in tandem, both in 2017, and they say are mistaken identities or innocently fallen victim to EJK, find this as hope at the end of the tunnel.
Since day one nung pinatay ang anak ko, hindi ako nawalan ng pag-asa na magkakaroon kami ng hustisya. Kailangan maging malinis na itong natin. Itong justice system natin, maging tanda ito na kahit presidente ka, pwede kang managot sa mga krimen na ginawa mo. Sana hindi na ito maulit. Wala na sanang Duterte na maupo sa Pilipinas para magkalat pa ng lagim.
Ayaw namin malimot lahat ng mga pamilya, lalong-lalo na ako. Hindi ko malimutan yung asawa ko para sa mga anak ko. Hindi makatao yung ginawa sa kanila. Kaya hanggang ngayon, nagsasalita kami kahit na may takot, kahit may mga pangamba, kahit mahirap yung buhay.
ICC Assistant to Counsel Attorney Cristina Conti likens this to the last 2 minutes of a basketball game. That while there is a huge gap in the score, every second still counts for a guaranteed victory. While they feel joy and confidence now in the legal parameters and evidences there are to prove Duterte's crime, the journey isn't over yet.
To note, any future suspects can still question the issue of jurisdiction. Kung sakasakali si Bato de la Rosa, kung ma-issuean siya ng warrant of arrest, pwede niyan ulit erase yan. Kaya it might not be the last that we will hear about jurisdiction, but with this decision, it is precedent, it is binding upon the facts of the case. Ang nadadama namin, closer to 3 years than 10 years yung decision. Kasi yung 10 years, yun yung mga unang mga kaso nila. Nung nangangapa pa yung korte, kung papaano ang logistics and so forth. Yung 3 years, ito within the past few years, nakaraos sila ng ganun kabilis na mga paglilitis.
As the ICC's confirmation of charges to Duterte's case is up next, the Council of EJK victims' families now call on for everyone else to not be afraid to speak up.
Hindi lang ito issue na mawalan tayo ng malaking ang angkla doon sa ating kaso, pati ang lahat ng mamamayan sa buong mundo na nilalapastangan ang kanilang karapatang pantao, apektado ng desisyon na ito. Kasi lahat ng diktador, ang sabihin nila, sundin natin ang modelo ni Duterte. Pag may kaso tayo sa ICC, withdraw tayo agad. Mabuti na lang ang sabi ng appeals chamber bago lang, hindi mo pwedeng gamitin yun.
Sana dito sa atin, maumpisahan ang investigasyon sa mga chief of police, tapos yung mga barangay chairman, yung mga chairman na nagsabit ng pangalan ng list of war on drugs. Maraming paraan para sukuin ng droga, pero hindi paraan ng pagpatay.
Nananawagan ako sa ibang mga pamilya ng biktima na magsalita sila at lumabas. Ito na yung panahon na magkaisa talaga kami at wag silang panghinaan ng loob.
Kapatid Mobile journalist Marimon Reyes, we are One News.